What is up guys, Groge Gaming here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale video. What we're going to be doing is going over 5 of the best decks that you could potentially use for the Clash Royale League challenge. And what I want to do is try and help some of you guys get 20 wins with these decks. I had a bit of help from Good Knight. He is a Team Spaces pro player, and I'll leave a link for his Twitter down below. He helped me figure out some of the best decks in the game right now. But first deck I've got is 2.9 Expo, and this is a very solid deck in ladder challenges, everything right now, so it's really solid. You can switch the skeletons for a mega minion if you want to, but this just keeps it very nice and cheap. So what I'm going to do is jump into this replay against a 3 Musketeer deck and just basically go over how the deck works. I'm not amazing with Expo, but I'll just give a few tips to get you guys started. And just give an overview of the deck itself. So when they pump up, you want to punish, but obviously I started the game with split archers at the back. If I'd have waited for just a second, then yeah, I definitely would have been able to punish better. This guy caught me out with the minion horde, which obviously I wasn't expecting, the instant pump and then the instant minion horde onto my Expo, but you'll see how we come back from this throughout the rest of the replay. So as you can see, he gained an elixir lead from that because my archers were pretty much wasted, and so was the Expo. I'm going to go ahead and fireball the right hand side because I know that his minion horde is out of cycle, so I don't really have to worry about the fireball bait aspect of the deck necessarily. And he begins the heal but doesn't get it going, so I managed to take those out very nicely, and we've gained a huge elixir lead because the heal was completely wasted. And as you can see, he pumps up on 6 elixir, which I never ever recommend to you guys. So I knew he was going to do something like that, so I immediately had my Expo ready to punish, and Ice Golem in hand ready with the archers there just in case he placed a minion horde or a goblin gang, so I was ready for that. And what you want to do early game with the Expo is punish. So if someone pumps up, you want to punish rather than fireball, because with this deck you have such a solid defense that even if they have an elixir lead, you can pretty much defend it by placing defensive Expos and Teslas, and then using all your other cycle cards to defend very effectively. So as you can see, I just wait a little bit for the fireball just to catch the barbarians, and that push was shut down really easily. And I know that if he wants to go for 3 Musketeers now, my fireball's out of cycle, but we're about to hit double elixir, so I can cycle back anyway. It's not a massive issue. This guy clearly not the best player because he's doing some very aggressive plays and doesn't really realise what is in cycle and what isn't in cycle. So he doesn't really recognise that my log is in cycle, in fact. But yeah, this is pretty easily shut down, and from here on out it's pretty much just GG. Like there isn't really anything special I have to do to finish this game. Just place Teslas down and log stuff like this when he gets that going. So yeah, defensive Expos are really good with this deck. If you need to soak up some of those 3 Musketeer pushes, that can be helpful. The next deck that we are going to take a look at is the very solid Pekka Miner Zappies control deck with the Royal Ghost, the Poison, the Log, the Flying Machine and the Goblin Hut in there too. So obviously kind of a poison bait aspect down the bottom here. If they use poison on your Flying Machine, then your Goblin Hut can gain even more value. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a replay with that. Don't worry, I'll play the last 2 decks live, so you're not sat here watching replays the entire time. So as you can see, I guess I kind of have the counter, but he does have the double prince, which can be really strong against Pekka. But I think I just kind of outplayed him too, as well as having the counter. So not a good matchup for this dude, really. So with this kind of starting hand, you don't really want to do too much. You don't want to go too aggressive because you haven't got a great defensive starting hand. What I want to do is I want to stop him building up a big giant push in the right hand lane, so I'm just going to pressure and also kind of cycle to the Pekka with the miner there, and just get ready for what might be a huge push. I did think once I saw the giant that it would be the double prince, and once he stacked up in that lane over there, I knew it was a good moment to get the Pekka down. Wasn't really expecting the Goblin Gang, so that was a bit unfortunate, but What can you do? So after that, I pretty much knew that I needed to save the log for the Goblin Gang, because that's the only the log bait aspect in the deck that he has. Zappies were absolutely fine against the Prince there. We took a little bit of chip from the Spear Goblins, but we've taken the damage lead anyway, so there's no bother there. And I'm obviously waiting just in case he tries to jump in with a giant before I place my my Goblin hut. So I'm going to place it 3 tiles up, 3 tiles down from the river, sorry, and onto the left side, so that it chips down the left side, and then it also pulls the giant inwards. I just want to be careful against this guy, because I don't want him to surprise me with double Prince in the opposite lane if I place the Pekka down. So Pekka got pretty well melted there, but he didn't get through at all, so I'm not too bothered. And he has a flying machine and a Pekka to deal with, so he's just going to fireball that. And as you can see, we've got the elixir lead and the damage lead, so we're looking pretty good to win this game. All I've got to do is just chip him down with the miner and take care of his giant pushes carefully. So he's going to jump straight in with a Prince and an Ice Spirit at the bridge. I'm just going to place Zappies in the middle to pull it over as far as possible, and then also get a flying machine into the left lane so it can take out the Dark Prince as well, and that's nicely cleaned up. And then the flying machine is also going to go over to the left side and take out that tower if he leaves it alone. So as you can see, you've got a decent little bit of stuff piling up over there. The Zappy actually retargets on the tower onto the miner, so we're able to allow the flying machine to come through and take out that left hand tower, which is awesome. Zappies are really strong if you can get them into a decent counter push with the miner and a flying machine, then they're pretty deadly. So as you can see, we pulled everything into the middle with the Goblin hut, and then cleaned it all up with the Pekka and the log. So no issues there. We took hardly any damage, and yeah, GG. That was a pretty easy game. Yeah, so the third deck that I want to showcase is the classic 3 Musketeer gang minion horde deck with the miner and the battle ram in there. Really, really solid in this meta still. And actually, Saint Belikin recommended this deck to me and said that is probably the strongest 3 Musketeer deck right now. Okay, good luck. So we are in a game with the 3 Musketeer battle ram gang minion horde deck. This guy's gone very, very aggressive, so I guess I have to do this. And that is going to have to do for now. He went with 9 elixir, I spent 7 to defend that. And he only got 1 hog shot. That was a very, very aggressive play that I wouldn't recommend to start off the game from him. So I should be able to pump up at the back. I doubt he's going to have a rocket. I could be completely wrong. He's going to have to fireball that, perhaps, or poison. I don't know. He's going to go in for a Goblin Gang, which pretty weird. So I'll punish with a Battle Ram, as that's 3 elixir soaked into my gang as well. He's going to have the log and the zap, so okay, and he has the Princess, so that is fantastic. What a weird deck that this guy has got. We're going to have to go for a miner. Hopefully we can take out the Princess easily. Yeah, he did take out the pump, but I think that he doesn't have anything for the pump. So if I can try and pump up, maybe I can get a big elixir lead, steamrolling with the 3 Musketeers. That would be ideal. However, this is not ideal. So is he going to try and punish with the hog again? I think he may do that. That would have taken a lot of damage, so I kind of had to do that, really. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Battle Ram. And then actually see if we can, yeah, distract the Princess with the Ice Golem. So that's going to be locked on there. I probably should have sent in a miner as well, but that's not a massive issue. I'm going to try and take out the Princess, because she's irritating, let's be honest. That gets taken out. He's not defending her very well at all. And here we go. So now we can try and punish again. I'm going to send in a miner here. Perfect prediction on the Princess. And now all I need to do is really just zap whatever comes in. And then here we go. So the Battle Ram, the minion horde comes through. He's trying to take out the pump. The tower is going to go down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to split 3 Musketeers into the hog lane that he's trying to push, and then also pressure the opposite lane with a ice golem and a battle ram, and then I'm going to zap over here just to keep that musketeer alive, and we would have taken that second tower, or we will? No, not quite. Nearly though. So good game, well played. All I needed to do was get that elixir lead going and then get the prediction on the princess, and we were good. So that is a very, very solid deck that beats a wide range of decks as well. You've just got to focus on those pumps and defending to get huge elixir lead, and then you can steamroll in 2 lanes. The next deck is obviously going to be the Golem Double Prince Tornado deck that is so solid. I'm sure you guys know it, but this is in my top 5 for best decks right now, and I think it will be very strong in the challenge, or some kind of variation of this. So he's going to do that. I guess I'll just go for a Dark Prince. I don't know. This is not great, to be honest. Should be okay though, because the prince will take down. Oh, baby dragon, you beauty! Baby dragon tornado coming in. This should be a pretty hard push for him to stop. It looks like. Oh no, so that's well played. Yeah, use the correct things to distract the baby dragon and the prince. Gonna have to let this go and then pump up and just kind of see what's going on from there. He'll probably be cycled back to a giant, but okay, maybe not. And he's gonna probably want to push into this lane, this left-hand lane. So I'm gonna drop a golem here, or he's gonna have a miner to take out the pump. That's fantastic. So we've got to be wary of the minion horde, of course. So what I probably want to go for is a prince, then also a baby dragon, and then I want to get the tornado ready. Okay, nearly. So those 2 minions aren't going to do a great deal. Giant shouldn't get towards my tower, I don't think. I'm going to zap this just to keep the Mega Minion alive to take down the Dark Prince. And we're not going to get a swing. Okay, so he's going to pump up again. He's used his miner, so he's probably going to want to try and punish, but I think I should be able to stop that. And this should be a decent bit of elixir gained into my push. So he's going to have to deal with that, and then he's going to come in with a Dark Prince, which isn't going to do a lot. Feeling pretty good right now, and then what I want to do is obviously get a push going. So we can start a golem. Probably could have started it higher, but this will do for now. Okay, tornado that all back. And need to get a Mega Minion down just to avoid the giant crucifying my tower. I'm going to put a Dark Prince at the back just in case he comes in with a miner. And I believe that will be GG. Golem is going to get a hit and then pop. And then that's going to be it. So the Golemites are very, very strong. They can take down a tower nicely too. So good game, well played. Decent win. Maybe I didn't play it amazingly, but you can see how strong the deck is once you gain that elixir lead. The Prince is just so good for taking out tanks if you let him get that charge. This deck is obviously the deck that I made and I did a video on recently, but I do feel like it is very strong in this meta, and I got 2 12 wins in Grand Challenge in a row. I'll just show you that here. So there they are. Didn't quite finish the Pro Deck Challenge, ran out of time. But yeah, 2 12 wins in a row with my deck, so it's definitely very solid, and I would recommend using it. So I'm going to jump into a live game and see how we get on with that, and try and talk about the deck itself. Okay, so instantly I'm going to go for a hog into the left lane as he's placed his goblin hut in a really weird position. So it looks like we're going to get 3 hog shots, which is beautiful. And he's going to want to try and get a miner onto this princess, so let's get ready. Oh no, he's just going to log it, which is, I guess, fair enough. We'll get some spear goblins down there, and then a mini Pekka for... He made that simple for me. I wasn't exactly sure what to do there, but yeah, I'm going to get... I'm going to poison that for sure. That's decent poison value, and the mini Pekka needs attention. He's forced to use a miner, and that is good poison value, and good mini Pekka value, so I'm happy with that. He's probably going to put his hut in the right position this time. He doesn't have anything great to take care of the princess right now, I don't think. He's got zappies. Yeah, he's going to log that. So I'm going to come in with a hog and some spear goblins as we baited out the log. Spear goblins are obviously going to target the tower a little bit. Hog does a good job on that hut for me. I'm going to come in with a mini Pekka. So we're chipping him down with the hog and the spear goblins pretty nicely right now. So when you know they don't have an amazing counter to the princess in cycle, that's when you want to try and chip them down. Oh, mini Pekka. So close, yet so far. I'm actually just going to log this because that was a bit of a misplay. Okay, so he doesn't have a great answer to this now. So what I want to do is just be careful. I'm going to go for that, and then I'll probably come in with... Hog Minion Horde. Beautiful combination, which he doesn't have an amazing answer to right now, as you can see. So I'm going to come in with a poison. Nicely done. So that's some decent chip damage there. I'm going to go for a princess at the back on the left. Just precautionary spear goblins on the whatchamacallit, and he's messed up, so I'm going to come in with that, and then I'm going to log back all of this stuff nicely. Get out of here. He's going to have to poison that minion horde or he's going to lose the game. Seems like he's going to give up on that. So as you can see, the bait aspect of this deck does work really, really nicely if you play it correctly. Mini Pekka, super solid for taking out tanks. Spear goblins are good for chipping stuff down. Princess is just a nuisance for people and also baits out those logs and the poisons as well. So, against that Pekka deck, I'm pretty sure I had Pekka, right? Yeah, so he didn't even use Pekka because I caught him low on elixir quite a lot, and he doesn't want to use Pekka against a hog minion horde push when he doesn't have poison in cycle. So that is really solid. We're 7-0 in a grand challenge with all these various decks. So they are definitely very solid, and I'd recommend trying at least one of them out for the 20-win challenge. There's no guarantee that one of these decks specifically will help you win, but I feel like at least one of these decks will suit one of your playstyles and help you to progress further in the challenge. Good luck in the 20-win challenge, guys. I hope you get on really, really well. Hopefully I can get the 20 wins. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you think there's any decks that are going to be very strong, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll check it out and maybe try out the deck. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to join the Groge gang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.